Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it, you guys. And what's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I intend on doing the exact same. What is going on, you guys, okay? Now, you know, before we get into the mess on every Yes for the Mess video, you know we got to get into the church announcements before we do anything. And yes, I did say, I did put a T in anything. Anything. Well, it is a T in anything. But you know what I'm talking about. Anything. All right. Now, with that being said, let's get into the church announcements. Now, y'all do know that today is Wednesday, which means it's roast and review day. It will be me, T, and Josiah, and we will be over on Giving You the Real T's platform tonight at 8:15 Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in as we talk about last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, make sure you guys tune in. The link is already available, so make sure you go to the Roast and Review playlist, go all the way down to the bottom, and click on it and set your reminders, or you can just easily go over the T's page and get it from over there. All right. And also, we're doing a special Whether You Like It or Not panel on Thursday night, but we will be discussing the reunion looks for season 15's reunion that is coming up. So make sure you guys tune into that. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a jolly old time, but we're only intended on doing this for an hour. It's not going to be one of your regular panels that we go over an hour. We're only trying to do this for an hour. That's it. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's mess, honey. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the first things first, we're about to go ahead and get into Mr. Wayne Brady. Okay. Now, Wayne Brady then came out and said that he is pansexual. Okay. And he's doing this for him. Now, the neighborhood talk doesn't provide much. So I got my phone out and I'm looking at an article that he did do with People magazine. And this is what the article said. Okay. Now, it said, the Let's Make a Deal host opens up about his long road to self-discovery and how his daughter and ex-wife are showing him acceptance. I love all people equally, and now that includes myself. Deep into a Malibu canyon up switchback roads and overlooking a creek is Wayne Brady's house. With the view of the Pacific Ocean, a creek, and not much else, save for all the gates, it's a fortress of solitude. It's a great place to think, Brady 51 says. He's been doing plenty of that. And Brady, who is known for his deaf comic timing, as his fully loaded smile is ready to tell the world how he identifies. I am pansexual, he says, meaning that he is attracted to a person's regardless of their sex or gender. Okay. And Bradley puts it another way. Brady puts it another way, bisexual with an open mind, he says with a chuckle. Okay. Today, the house is bustling with activity. The Let's Make a Deal host daughter, Molly, who was 20, and his ex-wife, Mandy, who was 47, are on hand. Takita was the first person that Brady came out to. I just said, great, as I knew coming out would help him be happier, she says. His daughter's response to Brady was mostly a shrug. I just said, okay. She remembers breaking into a big, proud smile. Also scattered around the house is a camera crew. Brady, his ex-wife and daughter, along with Takita's partner, Jason Fordham, are filming a reality series about their blended family, which is set to premiere on Hulu next year. Takita and Fordham welcome a new baby in 2021, and Brady is considered a co-parent. There's a lot going on. But Brady finds a quiet corner of the home and sits down and takes a deep breath and leans back into the sofa and opens up to people. Okay. Now he says, I am pansexual. I'm doing my research with both myself and just the world. I couldn't say if I was bisexual, but because I had to really see what that was, especially because I really have not gotten a chance to act on anything. So I came to pansexual because, and I know that I'm completely messing up the dictionary meaning, but to me, pan means being able to be attracted to anyone who identifies as gay, straight, bi, transsexual, or non-binary. Being able to be attracted across the world. And I think, at least for me right now, that is the proper place. I took pan to mean that not only can I be attracted to any of these people or types physically, but I can be attracted to the person that is there. People think they really know me. That has its advantages and disadvantages. Like with any blessing, it's like, how cool. It's people that it's cool that people like me, especially doing a show like Let's Make a Deal, or when various companies or networks think, I want Wayne Brady to host this. What a blessing. What a blessing to be in people's homes every day and connect with them. I love the piece of it, but there are days that I'm not a fan of it because really I'm an actor and I don't want to lead personality first. There's a reason why I live in a canyon in Malibu and not in the middle of Hollywood. I'm an introvert. I'm shy. I always have been. I have a very thick stutter at one point during my childhood growing up in Orlando, brought on by anxiety and bullying and stress. I couldn't communicate the way that I wanted to up until I started acting, singing, and performing, okay? As characters, I was Tigger and Goofy and a toy soldier in Disney Christmas in the Disney Christmas parade. I love that because you see the work. You don't necessarily see me. I love bringing joy, which is why I love being a character. If I can do that as a character, so maybe the character is Wayne Brady. There is a lot of therapy that I'm doing right now, and I wish I didn't care what people think of me, but the fact of the matter is I do care. It's a weird dictionary. It's a weird thing going from a screaming audience to sitting at home by yourself chilling, okay? Let's see. But it's a whole lot that he got here, but I think that's all I need to read. No. Wait a minute. Let me go down here because this is all we really need to know. I've been attracted to men at times in my life, but I've never dated a man. Let's be really honest. I've been attracted to certain men in my life, but I've always pushed it aside because of how I was raised and because I live in today's world, which is scary as shit. What's the fastest way to hurt another man? I'm going to call you out of your name. I'm going to call you gay. I'm going to emasculate you. I'm going to use the F word. I learned that very early on from people around me. They're like, oh, so those are bad things. Yeah, you don't want to be that. So what does it mean if I feel something? I don't think I'm gay, but what if I feel something for another man that's still gay? I was already being bullied about a bunch of other shit, and I didn't want to add a top hat on top of that suit. I've dealt with shame. A shame cake, just eating it every single day, and then worried about people finding out. I've always had a wonderful community of friends who are in the LGBTQ plus community, people I've grown up with in shows, gays and lesbians, and later in my life, my trans relatives and my niece. I've always had that community, but I've always felt like a sham because I wasn't being forthcoming with myself. I could speak out about Black issues because I can't hide that. And you can play at being an ally, but until the day comes that you can truly say, this is who I am and I want to stand next to you, that's not. I always wanted that day to come, and I've told myself in the past, also, nobody needs to know my personal business. The world can absolutely go without knowing that Wayne identifies as pan, but that gave me license to still live in the shadows and be secretive. What does that feel like to actually not be shameful and to not feel like, oh, I can't be a part of this conversation because I'm lying? I had to break that. So that's pretty much all that we got for Mr. Wayne Brady when it comes down to this. And I must say that, first of all, congratulations to Wayne Brady for coming out and just being who he is. Okay, that's the first thing. And number two, I'm not surprised because I always thought that Wayne Brady was, like me. I always thought that. I don't know why, but I've always thought that, even when I found out that he had a wife. Because I remember when I was young and I was reading a magazine, and I think he was on the cover and they showed a picture of his wife and his kid. And I was just like, okay, girl, so you are not what I am? Because I always thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought he was. Like, I don't know why, but I did. And I was just like, something's not right here. But I'm glad that he came out, though. Like, it's hard to keep that a secret. It's hard to keep that to yourself. It's hard to live with that, especially live with the shame of it all. And being from the South, especially being from Mississippi, it was always viewed as something bad. And, we are in a progressive time where, coming out of the closet is not necessarily like this big whoop to do or whatever. Because I remember when I came out to my brother, my brother was like 12 years old and he didn't have any response. He was like, okay, so what? If anything, that made us extra close than what we already was. And it made my bond with my brother even tighter than what it was. But I'm glad that he feels comfortable enough to come on up out of there and live in his truth, and also have the support from his daughter and his ex-wife. It's pretty amazing if you ask me that he has that support. Not everybody gets to have that. So shout out to Wayne Brady for that. So we're about to go ahead and get into Miss Candace Owens. You know, she ain't my favorite person at all. I got to tell you that. But apparently she came out and she was defending Jamie Foxx, Neo, and Kyrie Irving and stuff like that. So let's get into what she had to say in regards to them recently apologizing for their opinions. Let's get into it.
Nope, but now Jewish people own the word they. Shockingly, headlines came out and people accused him of being horrifically anti-Semitic. Look at this. Actor Jamie Foxx posts horrifically anti-Semitic message to his 16.7 million followers. Horrifically anti-Semitic post? What are we even talking about? The word they means more than one person. I know the story of Jesus Christ. I do believe that more than one person killed Jesus Christ. So are we no longer allowed to say that? When did the ADL purchase that word? It's an absurdity. On top of this scandal, Jennifer Aniston, whether she accidentally liked it or if somebody that was posing as Jennifer Aniston liked this post, they saw that there was a Jennifer Aniston that liked this post and they came to eat her too, because how dare you? This must mean Jennifer Aniston is anti-Semitic. Nope. And Jennifer Aniston immediately then offered an apology for something she never did, because God forbid she now be tagged as anti-Semitic for the original thing that wasn't even anti-Semitic. Jennifer Aniston wrote this. This really makes me sick. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds that I do not support any form of anti-Semitism. And I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind, period. Oh, so glad you included the period. Now it really clears things up. Jamie Foxx obviously immediately folded to pressure, and he then published this. I want to apologize to the Jewish community and everyone who was offended by my post. I now know my choice of words have caused offense, and I'm sorry. Oh, looks like he went to re-education camp. You got to be careful when you use the word they. He goes on, that was never my intent. To clarify, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant with they, not anything more. I only have love in my heart for everyone. I love and support my Jewish community. My deepest apologies to anyone who was offended. Nothing but love always, Jamie Foxx. So he had to clarify what was already clear in the post because he used the hashtag fake friends. And he used a reference to Jesus Christ, who was killed by they, a group of people, because a fake friend sold him out. But yes, Jamie Foxx had to actually apologize. And lucky for Jamie Foxx, Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL was willing to accept the apology so that, he wasn't going to get further canceled. He speaks on behalf of all Jews because he uses the word we. And he wrote this on Twitter. He wrote, "We welcome I Am Jamie Foxx's apology and thank him for his clarification. Furthermore, we wish him well as he recovers from his prior hospitalization." He then doubled down and said, I truly appreciate Jamie Foxx reaching out and confirming privately what he also said publicly. His message of love for the Jewish community is crucial in this time of rising hate. We are stronger together. Oh, so that's what happened. Jamie Foxx apologized for absolutely nothing. And fortunately, Jonathan Greenblatt allowed him to said, you can keep your career. Oh, Jonathan Greenblatt, by the way, he's the guy that sent Kyrie Irving. Remember, he sent the link of a documentary to watch that was freely available for people to watch on Amazon. He's the one that gave him the list of things he would have to do to be welcomed back into the NBA, which I don't think Kyrie Irving ever did it. But it's that guy. Basically, if you still like your career, I will tell you whether or not we accept your apology for the nothing that you did. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And Jamie Foxx should not have apologized because it's not what he meant when he said it. Men, stop apologizing for your words are meaningless if you don't actually mean it. You didn't do the thing, so how could you mean the apology? Neo, you obviously nope, but now Jewish people own the word they. Shockingly, headlines came out and people accused him of being horrifically anti-Semitic. Look at this. Actor Jamie Foxx.
Okay, and this is the first time I have ever in my life agreed with anything that Candace has ever said. Like, ever agree with it. Now, let's look at the comments. It says that she has always been intelligent, whether I agree with everything she says or not. This time I actually agree with Jamie's statement. Was the black thing in no way represent a Jewish community, a cultural misunderstanding? I don't like Candace, but she's right. I'm sick of us walking around on eggshells, but when it's racism, they are silent. Y'all really got me agreeing with Candace. I don't know if I'm in the twilight zone, but Candace Owens has really been right as of lately. Why y'all post her? I can't believe I actually agree with her. And to be honest, I agree with her too. And I don't normally agree with Candace on absolutely anything. I feel like she is like a whitewashed black woman, honestly. Like, I don't really be agreeing with her on nothing, and y'all know that. But she's right. Because I felt like even with Neo's situation, when he said what he said, as a gay black man that's in the LGBTQ community, I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. I didn't feel offended by anything that he fucking said. Like, he was just giving his opinion about how he's going to raise his own child. And I just felt like it was no need really for an apology. He didn't say nothing bad. So I feel like, why make statements and then have to go back and apologize for it? Like Jamie Foxx, it was no reason for Jamie Foxx to have to apologize for anything when he wasn't anti-Semitic anyway. And they got offended because they wanted to get offended. We've been saying where they killed Jesus. We've been saying that. We've been saying that for years on top of years. So why the fuck is it a problem now? I don't get it. But people like to make problems out of shit. And that's just what the fuck this is. They like to make issues out of and that's just it. So Jamie Foxx did not have to apologize. And I really don't feel like Neo needed to apologize. I mean, it was good that he thought about apologizing and he gave the apology, but I personally don't think that he really had to. It's not necessary really to apologize, because me personally, I wasn't offended by nothing that he said. I actually understood what he said. But you know, I'm a pick me if I understand what somebody else got to say outside of the LGBT community. But anyway, let's go into the next thing. So next is Jaylan Banks and Falynn. Now, Jaylan decided that he was going to go on some podcast and say that he believes that he lost her how he got her, while speaking about his split from Falynn Gobadia. Okay, so let's get into what he had to say. Let's listen in, y'all. Let's get into it.
One of the premises of this show is relationships really do matter. Mm-hmm. So I would like to offer our platform for you to be able to express some of those things that you didn't get to say.
Something to the fans that they need to tell me. What's the saying? You lose them how you get them.
Oh, wow.
And that's exactly what happened. I lost her how I got it. And here we are today.
One of the premises of this show is relationships really do matter. Mm-hmm.
So then, you know, this was the old saying about how Falynn had allegedly cheated on her estranged husband. Her alleged lover, London Gillespie, shared the details of their relationship in an interview. This whole thing with Falynn and Jaylan is just so old, and we are all tired of it, honey. Everybody got what they wanted, which was 15 minutes of fame. Okay, now let's get into the comments. It says, "I say this: if you watch couples therapy, Jaylan had a lot of issues. She basically had to attack the man for sex, and Simon allegedly was a cheater. So don't go bashing her now after you were happy as hell to get your 15 minutes of fame while hanging on her arm is giving bitter. I'm sure Falynn found a man that can handle her and all that she comes with. Boy, bye." Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Let's get to more. I'm confused because he was the one who said he didn't want to be with her. So what is he saying exactly? Because he said it was too much pressure on him. Like, nigga, shut up. Nigga basically said what Simon was saying the whole time was true without saying it. Did all that lying and denying only to get hit with the reverse card. Falynn needs to heal her inner child. And my girl Portia has been living her best life ever since. She fumbled big time. How you gonna cheat with somebody who can't even do half the stuff your husband can get caught trying to play the victim, let a baddie with her own success snatch your husband and then split who you cheated on with, and he dogged you out too. Simon didn't look happy long ago, boy. He be smiling hard now. You lose everything, taking care of your kid, that lady, her other kids, and her sister. Sound like a blessing to me. Everybody apologize to Simon. It won't be happening. Apologize to Portia for real. Y'all repeatedly dragged this woman for breaking up the marriage. I'm never gonna apologize to Portia because she did take somebody's husband. That's just the truth. So no matter, I just feel like this. People love saying apologize to Portia. Portia don't deserve no motherfucking apology. She was in that lady face, regardless of what was going on in that lady marriage. That did not give Portia the right to sit up there and be messing with that lady husband. And that's just the truth. Now, whether or not she was cheating on her husband or not, that still don't give us any need to try to sit up here and excuse anything that Portia Gobadia at this point has ever done. However, Falynn got her own issues, and Falynn need to fix her issues. And she left Simon for this boy, because that's what he is, a boy, because she's much older than him. And she thought that was going to solve her issues. And it's not going to solve anything, honestly. It's really not going to solve nothing. What it's going to do is it's going to make you look crazy. And that's exactly what it did. It made her look crazy. And I guess she's now on the next one. To be honest, Falynn just might be the goddamn problem, but I'm still not apologizing to Portia for motherfucking thing, okay? And that's just on God, all right? Now we're going to go ahead and go into the next story, which is, they've been talking about this. It's some Below Deck drama. And I ain't never watched Below Deck a day in my life, but apparently a cast member got fired for being caught trying to lay in bed naked with a woman during a blackout. Okay, so let's get into this, honey. Let's get into it, honey.
Oh my God. I think that is called a power cut on the shore. Go, what's up? Guys, this is the shore power. Nothing switched on the shore power. Yeah, the whole boat's tripped.
Luke, yeah. Come on up. Luke.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Luke, we gotta get you down.
Thank you very much. Mother.
I gotta get you out of here because she wants to go to bed.
Hi, Chef. Mother.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, sleepy time.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10?
Hey. Luke. Ugh. Thanks, man. Ow.
Can you off for a second? No.
Can you shut the door? No, open it.
Stop.
We can't, bro. We can't do that.
We can't do it.
We can't do that. She's sitting there.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Dude.
Damn.
What happened? Luke? What did you do? Honey, what happened?
Nothing. Damn.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there. I had nothing to do with her. The hell, mate.
Let's go out.
I don't care. You can go. I'm not.
You okay? Yeah. So we've had a power shortage. So Laura and I went to the crew-mess. Yeah. And I just turned around, the producers are like, get out. And then Luke runs out of here naked. Oh my God. Ew. He was naked? Did you consent him being in here? No, I was asleep. I did not invite that at all. This is why I'm not comfortable leaving you here. I'm not having any of this shit. I don't even know. Just go to sleep. Okay?
Okay, so this was basically, and I didn't show. I kept on putting the overlay over it. Mainly because I don't want no copyright claim or anything like that. That's the reason why I put that over it. But apparently he was trying to go and get in the bed with this lady while he was naked, and the producers would not allow him to. And this is what the neighborhood talk said. They said this is why, because the cast member Luke was caught trying to lay in bed with his fellow cast member Margaret while she was unconscious, and he knew that the cameras and the producers were there, and he still did it. Now, looking at the comments, it says, "Oh wow, he's done this before. Speak now, ladies. Speak now." Yeah, it looked like he has. If he did this while the cameras were there, imagine what he would have done if they weren't there. Very disgusting. He's done this a time or two. He's way too comfortable, especially with the camera crew and ish. Way too bold, baby. I would have pressed charges. You're not my man. I'm drunk and I didn't consent at all. She didn't go off enough for me. What makes somebody become so predatory? Like, it baffles me at the audacity and the entitlement. You really made it up in your mind that she wanted you there. Nothing makes me more sick than sexual crimes like this. Ew. Let's call it what it is. Luke was going to Margaret in her drunken sleep. Call a spade a spade. And you know what? That's exactly what I feel too. I definitely believe that he was definitely going to do something to her. And that's what he intended on doing, because he's so adamant about going in that room with her while she was laying there drunk and all that other stuff. Like, what made you think that that was okay? It's okay for anybody to do that, and the fact that you're doing that on national TV with no concern about the way you look is really pathetic to me. But it's very crazy that this is coming out now while NBC and Universal and Bravo have a damn case against them for crimes like this already. It's going to show why they got that lawsuit against them right now. And just looking at that just made my damn stomach turn, to be honest. Like, who does that? Like, that is harassment, assault, all of the kind right there. And he deserved to get fired. And if I was her, I'd press charges against him, because it's right there on camera. Production trying to make him get out the room. He did not want to get out. He kept trying to go in a room with her and all that stuff. Then was drunk, and he was going to try to fuck her, and she wasn't going to want it, and it was going to be a big ass issue. Gladly, luckily, the producers were there to stop his bitch ass from doing anything else to that girl. And that's on period. I'd never be okay with nothing like that. Okay. So shout out to the producers and shout out to everybody who was instrumental in getting his ass stuff off that show. Anyway, now we're on to the last story of the day, and that is Miss Shekinah and Karlie Redd. Now, as you all know, they are both on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta this season, and they are currently going at it right now. Shekinah apparently went live to go in on Karlie Redd because she claimed that Shekinah was sleeping with a married man, okay, and all of this other stuff. So let's get into what Shekinah had to say about Miss Karlie Redd, honey. Let's get into it.
Karlie Redd page, because I don't even feel like typing her name. Look up Karlie went and tried to go #1 when we all know Spice is a dance hall queen. This her friend, but she using all Spice folks. Mita was a sis trying to take herself #1. Girl, stop. Girl, stop. Y'all lying. Wait a minute. Spell Karlie Redd name. Hallelujah. She got 4 million. She just bought them. That bitch ain't just blew up like that. That bitch just bought them followers. Yeah, I swear to God. And she following me. That shit say, she's following me. She just bought them followers, y'all. I swear to God. Karlie Redd just bought them followers. This girl that just had as many followers, they bought. This bitch was just under 2 million followers, y'all. I swear to God. Karlie Redd page, because I don't even feel like typing her name. Look up Karlie.
So she's saying that Karlie Redd pretty much used Spice to get to where she is. And to be honest, I don't really feel like that's what it was. I just think that Shekinah is doing what Shekinah does, which is get her ass on social media and do the fucking most as usual. Let's look at what was said in the comment section. It says, Spice don't own them people. They can work with who they choose. Shekinah sounds too upset. And I'm not trying to reduce Karlie's accomplishment, but going #1 on iTunes isn't the same as Billboard. People can be #1 for an hour on iTunes. So why is Shekinah hating so hard? Because she ain't got nothing else going on. That's all she do. Please don't ever let me get this bored in life. Shekinah really doesn't have an inside voice. Baby Spice has a whole lot of clout. She doesn't need to diminish anyone to get it. Everyone who loves on Spice knows that Spice is that girl. Let Karlie get her coins. It's whatever, good for her. But like I said, Shekinah has always been a hater, and I think that's what Akbar was trying to say about her in the first day. Place, honestly, because she's always given that, in my opinion. Like, I ain't never really seen it for Shekinah like that, and I always thought she was annoying as Jigglypuff. I've always thought that, but I don't see what was the point of her going live about that. Address the fact that you said you were fucking a married man. I'd rather hear your opinions on that, because nobody really care about that song that Karlie got. Like, she got a #1 song on the reggae iTunes charts. Okay, who the gives a damn? I want to know what you got to say about her saying that you fucking a married man. That's what I want to know. But that's pretty much all that we got for today, you guys. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit later, and I will leave you guys with 2 promos from our up and coming panels of the fall. With that being said, y'all, you boys up out here, and until my next one, I'll holler at you later. Bye.